My beloved child, stop right now. Do not scroll. Do not move to the next thing. This moment is not random. I have been eagerly waiting for you to hear this. Yes, you. Out of all the noise, out of all the distractions, I have drawn you here because I am speaking directly to your heart. You have asked for a sign. You have whispered prayers when no one else could hear you. You have wondered if I was listening. My child, I have never stopped listening. And today I need you to understand something urgent. This message is not just encouragement. It is an answer. I have been waiting for the right moment to reach you like this. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Now, there is something shifting in your life, something you cannot fully see yet, and before it unfolds, I need your heart steady. I need your attention. What I am about to reveal will untangle confusion that has been weighing on you. Do not skip this. Stay with me. You almost ignored this message. You almost kept scrolling. But I would not let you pass by. That pull you felt. It paused. That was me. I am calling you back into alignment, back into awareness, back into trust. If your heart feels this stirring, acknowledge me. Like this video is your quiet way of saying, Father, I hear you. Share this with someone who feels forgotten, because I am speaking to them too. Write in the comments, I'm listening, and let it be your declaration of faith. And remain connected. Subscribe, so you do not miss the ways I choose to speak to you again. This is not coincidence. This is orchestration. My beloved child, I see the weight you have been carrying. I see the questions you have been holding inside. And before doubt grows any louder, I am stepping in. I am interrupting fear. I am silencing the lie that says you are alone. Lean in closer now. Quiet your thoughts. Let my voice rise above the noise. Because what I am about to tell you will change the way you see this season of your life. I have been eagerly waiting for you to hear this. And now that you are here, listening, I will not waste this sacred moment. My beloved child, I see what you have been carrying, even the parts you have not shown to anyone. I see the quiet exhaustion behind your smile. I see the nights you lay awake, staring into the dark, wondering when something would finally change. You have tried to be strong. You have told yourself to be patient. But deep inside, there has been a question echoing, Father, when will it be my turn? You have watched others move forward while you felt still. You have celebrated others while secretly asking why your own breakthrough seems delayed. And then guilt tried to creep in, making you feel wrong for even having those thoughts. My child, do not be ashamed of your honesty. I am not offended by your questions. I am a loving Father. I draw closer when you are vulnerable, not farther away. I saw the tears you wiped away quickly so no one would ask questions. I heard the prayers you could barely finish because emotion tightened your throat. I felt the disappointment you buried when doors did not open the way you hoped. Even when you said, "It's fine," I knew it wasn't fine. And still, you kept trusting me the best way you knew how. There were moments you almost gave up. Not publicly, not dramatically, but quietly. You grew tired of hoping for something that felt distant. You wondered if maybe you misunderstood my promises. You asked yourself if you were doing something wrong. My beloved child, hear me clearly. You were never forgotten, and you were never overlooked. I know how long this season has felt. I know how heavy waiting can become. Waiting tests your faith in ways that action never could. It stretches your heart. It exposes your fears. It makes you confront the lies that whisper you are behind or unworthy. but I have been with you in every second of it. When you felt unseen, I was watching over you. When you felt unheard, I was holding every word close. When you felt weak, I was sustaining you in ways you did not even recognize. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not faithless for wanting clarity. You are human, and you are deeply loved. There is something beautiful about you that you cannot yet see. In the middle of uncertainty, you did not completely turn away from me. Even when your prayers were short, even when your belief felt small, you still reached out. That matters more than you know. My child, I know your heart. I know the private dreams you have not spoken aloud. I know the fear that tries to tell you it may never happen. And before that fear grows any louder, I am reminding you, I see you. I chose you, and I am still writing your story. My beloved child, come closer now, because I am about to reveal what your heart has struggled to understand. You believed that my silence meant I had stepped away. You believed that the delay was a quiet rejection. But I tell you with unwavering tenderness, I have never stepped away from you. Not once. And I have never rejected the purpose I placed inside you. While you were waiting, I was working in ways your eyes could not see. You measure progress by visible results. You look for open doors, clear signs, quick confirmations. But I measure progress by transformation. I was strengthening your inner foundation. I was teaching you patience where you once wrecked ahead. I was building endurance in you so that when the weight of your blessing arrives, it will not crush you but crown you. Some doors did close. That is true. And you took those closures personally. You wondered what you did wrong. You replayed conversations. You questioned your worth. But my child, those doors were not slammed in your face as punishment. They were gently shut as protection. There were environments that would have drained your spirit. There were opportunities that looked good but were not aligned with your calling. Because you cannot see the full road ahead, you mistook my protection for rejection. Delay is not denial. It is development. There were areas of your heart that still needed healing. You were asking me for something new while still carrying wounds from something old. If I had given you the promise too soon, you would have handled it through fear instead of faith. I needed to quiet the anxiety within you. I needed to untangle the belief that everything depends on your effort alone. You feared you were falling behind. You compared your timeline to others and felt forgotten. But what I am building and you cannot be rushed by comparison. I am not bound by human calendars. I do not forget appointments with destiny. What I have spoken over your life will unfold at the appointed time. I am also correcting this gently. You have been equating constant movement with my favor. One thing slowed down. You assumed I was displeased. But some of my deepest work happens in stillness. Roots grow strong in hidden soil before fruit ever appears in open air. I was deepening your roots. The season was not wasted. It was sacred training ground. I was teaching you to seek my voice instead of chasing validation. I was shifting you from striving to trusting. I was showing you that your identity is not in outcomes but in being my beloved child. What you thought was a setback was alignment. What felt like silence was strategy. What seemed like loss was my careful hand redirecting you. Open your heart now and release the misunderstanding. I have not been distant. I have been deliberate. And everything I have done hath been wrapped in love. My beloved child, breathe deeply now. Let my words settle over you like gentle rain on dry ground. You have carried questions for so long that hope began to feel heavy. But this is where I lift that weight from you. This is where I remind you who walks beside you. You are not standing alone in this season. Even when you felt unsupported, even when you felt misunderstood, I was closer than your next breath. I was strengthening you in ways you did not recognize. The pressure you felt was not meant to break you. It was shaping you. The waiting you endured was not empty. It was building endurance, patience, and quiet confidence within your spirit. You have grown more than you realize. There were days you wanted to quit trying. Days you questioned whether continuing to believe was worth it. Yet something inside you refused to fully give up. That something was my strength flowing through you. When you thought you were barely holding on, it was my hand holding you steady. Hear me clearly now. What feels delayed is not denied. The promise over your life has not been erased. It has not expired. I am not a father who forgets what I have spoken. The timing you struggle to understand is not careless. It is careful. I see the full picture. I see the intersections, the connections, the moments that must align perfectly. And I assure you, they are aligning even now. You fear that you are behind, but you are exactly where you need to be for this chapter. Nothing has been wasted. Not the tears, not the detours, not even the mistakes. I am able to weave every piece into something purposeful. What you call setbacks, I call redirections. What you call silence, I call preparation. I am restoring your strength from the inside out. I am calming the restless thoughts that try to rush you. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to compete with anyone. Your path is unique because your call is unique. And I am guiding you step by step. There are blessings ahead that require the maturity you are developing now. There are doors that will open only when your heart can walk through them without fear. Trust that I know when you are ready. Trust that I know what you can carry. I am also covering you with protection. There were situations you thought you wanted that would have drained your joy. There were connections that would have distracted you from your purpose. I shielded you because I dare you. My protection may have felt like restriction, but it was love. So stand taller now. Let faith rise again. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. I am leading you into a season marked by clarity and peace. I began this work in you, and I will finish it. I am faithful, and I am bringing you forward with steady, unwavering love. My beloved child, now that you have heard my heart, this is your moment to respond. Not with fear, not with striving, but with trust. Release the weight you have been gripping so tightly. Place it in my hands. You do not have to solve everything tonight. You do not have to understand every detail of what is ahead. I am asking you for one simple, powerful act. Trust me again. Trust me with the timing. Trust me with the outcome. Trust me with the parts you cannot see. Say within your heart, Father, I surrender this to you. Let that surrender be real. Let it be peaceful. Let it be the turning point where anxiety loosens its hold and faith takes its rightful place. You were not forgotten in the waiting. You were formed in it. You were not overlooked. You were protected. And now you step forward not as someone abandoned, but as someone guided. I am walking before you into every conversation, every opportunity, every unknown moment. I am steady when you feel uncertain. I am strong when you feel weak. I am clear when your thoughts feel clouded. And I will continue to speak to you, to guide you, to correct you gently, and to lift you when you stumble. Let peace settle over your home right now. Let calm fill your mind. Let assurance rest in your spirit. The future is not something you must fear. It is something I am already present in. You can rest, my child. I am with you. I am for you. And I am faithfully completing the story I began in your life. Be at peace. My beloved child, as I strengthen you and lift you into new hope, I am also breathing life into many others through this very message. When you sow into this mission, you are not giving to a channel, you are planting seeds into hearts that are crying out for light. Every seed releases a harvest. Every act of generosity becomes a river that carries my word farther than you can see. I have said that when you give, it is given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. This is not distant scripture. It is my living promise spoken over you now. When you open your hand, I open the heavens over your life. If you feel the stirring to help this message reach more souls, that is me inviting you. Let your response be immediate obedience. You super thanks or give through the PayPal donation link in the description, and even through the QR code placed within this video. As you sow, you become part of every life that finds hope here. Do not see it as a donation. See it as planting oil into a lamp that must keep burning. See it as placing bread into my hands so I can multiply it. And as you give, I bless your household. I bless your finances. I bless the work of your hands. What you release will return in ways you cannot predict. Step into this moment. Sow the seed. Strengthen the light. Obey the stirring in your heart now.